Welcome to Talkpoint. In Washington, a breakthrough may finally be in sight of one of the most divisive issues in American politics, border security. After months of stalled negotiation, Bipartisan talks in Congress are reportedly making progress on a new immigration packages. The proposal could bring significant funding across increases for border technology and reforms to the asylum process. Tonight, we will break down what's on the table, who's supporting it, and what it could mean for the US border and immigration policy moving forward. For years, immigration reform has been a political minefield. Disagreements over border wall funding, asylum rules, and legal immigration pathways have repeatedly derailed legislation, but now, with rising migrants encounters at the southern border and growing political pressure ahead of the 2024 election, lawmakers on both sides are feeling the heat of deliver a deal. Capitol building, migrant processing center, border patrol footage. According to congressional aides, the latest talks involve both Senate and House negotiators, with Democrats and Republicans working to craft a bill that can pass both chambers. While the details are still being finalized, several key provisions have emerged. First, increased funding for border technology. Billions of dollars for advanced surveillance systems, including drones, sensors, and AI-assisted tracking. Modernization of outdated checkpoints to improve efficiency and security. Second, asylum processing reforms, hiring from more immigration judges to reduce the massive backlog of asylum cases. Expanding legal support for migrants to ensure faster and fairer hearings. Sticker timelines for initial cases reviews to prevent prolonged detention. Third, targeted infrastructure projection. Third, targeted infrastructure projects. Limited funding for physical barriers in high traffic crossing areas, a compromise between full wall expansion and no new construction. Border wall footage, drone surveillance, courtrooms. Supporters say this balanced approach addresses the security concerns while streamlining the legal process for those seeking asylum. In recent months, US Customs and Border Protection has reported record numbers of migrant encounters with more than 2 lakh in June alone. Border state officials have urged Washington to provide more resources, warning that local systems are overwhelmed. At the same time, public opinion polls show that a majority of Americans support both stronger border controls and a more efficient hurricane immigration process. Migrant waiting and processing centers, full graphics showing public opinion. Reaching a bipartisan deal requires careful compromise. For Republicans, the focus is on enforcement, more surveillance, more agents, and faster deportations for those without valid claims. For Democrats, the priority is ensuring due process, reducing detention times, and protecting the rights of asylum seekers. GOP and Democratic leaders speaking at press conference. Both sides also face political risk. Hardline members in each party could view compromise as a betrayal, making it difficult for leadership to whip words. But for moderates and swing district lawmakers, a bipartisan bill could be a rare opportunity to show progress on an issue that voters can care deeply about. Immigration experts have mixed reaction to the reported framework. Some praises the focus on technology, saying it offers more flexibility and coverage than traditional barriers. Others warn that without addressing root causes of migration in Central and South Africa, the influx will continue regardless of border investments. Interviews with policy analysts former border patrol officials, and immigrant advocacy leaders. Legal aid groups have welcomed the plan to hire more immigration judges, saying it could cut years off the current backlog. However, the caution that any tightening of asylum timelines must is still allow for thorough case preparation. Negotiations are expected to release a draft bill within the next 2 weeks. If both the House and Senate can most significant immigration legislation in over a decade, but that's a big if. Past attempts have collapsed at the last minute over disagreements on enforcement provisions or legal status for undocumented immigrants already in the country. Congressional floor debates, protest rallies. For now, all eyes are on whether these latest efforts can survive the intense political pressure of an election year. This deal, if it passes, could reshape US border policy for years to come. Supporters say it's a necessary step toward securing the border while and upholding America's values. Critics say it does not go far enough or that it compromises too much. Either way, it's a rare moment in Washington whether both sides seem willing to keep talking. And it's in today's political climate that alone in newsworthy. We will keep tracking this story as negotiations continue, and we will bring the updates on what this could mean for the future of immigration in the United States. You have been watching Talkpoint. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like and subscribe and turn on notification so you don't miss our next deep dive into the stories shaping America's future. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.